What's happening, everybody? And today we're going to be talking about Wanderlei Silva versus Rampage Jackson. So, Quinton Rampage Jackson versus Wanderlei Silva. Where do we start? They had 4 fights. Not many people know this. Many people think that it's only had 2 or 3 fights, but they've had 4 fights. Rampage officially lost their first fight they had, which was back in Pride 2003. Final Conflict, I believe it was called. I think it was a tournament, and Wanderlei Silva won that. And yeah, he beat Rampage Jackson by knees. Again, these two guys don't like wrestling, so you're just going to see pretty much wins by knockouts or decisions, or we'll see. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we're talking about it. Let's find out. So yeah, Wanderlei Silva won in 2003 in Pride Conflict tournament as well that they were having. He beat Rampage Jackson via some nasty knees. Rampage Jackson can take a hit, but yeah, he lost that one to some knees. And then a year later in Pride 28, Wanderlei Silva beat Rampage Jackson again with knees again. But yeah, watch those 2 fights. Those 2, bearing in mind, Pride days compared to UFC days is completely different. You could head stomp, you could do cartwheels onto somebody's skull. It don't really matter. Anything goes. Just don't hit him in the groin, don't hit him in the back of the head or the spine. But pretty much in Pride, anything went. If it inflicts damage, there you go, yeah, let's just do it. And it's not a cage, it's a ring as well, which makes things interesting. If you haven't seen Pride before, go check out these fights. These fights are pretty good fights to check out. So yeah, like I was saying, in Pride 28, Rampage Jackson lost again to some knees, the same way he lost the year before that to the knees again. And then this is where things start spinning around. UFC comes around now, and Rampage Jackson finally manages to knock out Wanderlei Silva, which was pretty nice, and then that's the last of it that we saw until about 3-4 years ago from today. We saw Rampage Jackson TKO Wanderlei Silva. Within the first minute of that fight, we saw the crowd booing them. They weren't really doing much. They were just circling the cage. But I guess that's, as a fighter, that's what you do. You anticipate what they're gonna do. You read their opponents. You're not just gonna rush into a fight blindly. You know, just because you fought the guy 3-4 times doesn't mean you're just gonna run in and think you're gonna get it. So yeah. At the end of the day, that was it. It was 2 wins via both people. But my opinion on that fight, all 4 fights were pretty good fights. They were good fights to watch. When it came to that Bellator fight, which was their 4th fight that they had, where Rampage beat him again by TKO, at that point, they were a bit more seasoned. You could see the dad bod and everything. They weren't really at their prime. I know they've had more fights since that fight, but overall, I would, even though that fight is legit and it is a legit scoring, that's where I'd leave it. Would I personally, as a fan, would like them to fight again, just to undo the draw that they have 2-2 and go a 5th one, and just that'll be the final. If we was to send Rampage and Wanderlei Silva to retirement, I mean, yeah, let's do it at 5. It doesn't matter what body condition they're in. Yeah, we'd love to see a winner out of those 2 to see who was the predominant fighter out of them 2. But at the same time, I'm also glad it's 2 wins via man. Let's just say they were both just as equal as each other. They're both hungry. They both didn't like grappling. And yeah, an amazing fight. I mean, Wanderlei Silva in his prime in Pride, he was head stomping left, right, and center. Man, that shit was nasty. Rampage Jackson, when he was in Pride, he was slamming people unconscious. I guess Mauricio Rua or something. Mate, the way he slammed him and his head. And the thing is, to be fair, a lot of people think it was the head bounce off the floor. Really, if you analyze that fight, he did headbutt him on the way down, but that was with the impact of the floor. It wasn't like an intentional headbutt. But it is what it is. I mean, it was a good fight to watch. Go check out all 4 fights. I mean, everyone's got their opinion on it. Check out which... let me know on the comment below which one out of the 4 is your favourite. And let me know what other fighters you want me to talk about. But yeah, hit the comments, hit the likes, hit the notifications. But I'll see you next video. Thank you. Peace.